Hello, it's story time again. This week I'm going to read you a story called The Clever Wife, and it goes like this. A very long time ago in China, there lived a poor shepherd called Fu-Hsing, who had married an extremely clever woman. Everyone who lived in the village nearby knew how brilliant she was and would come to her for advice with their problems and help answering their questions. Of course, nobody relied on her more than her husband, who was so proud of her and often described her to his friends in funny ways because she was so clever. Because she was so much wiser than everyone, he called her his incomparable wisdom. Because nobody else could match how clever and funny and creative she was, he called her his matchless wit. Fu-Hsing could hardly believe his luck that she had married him, and every day he was grateful that she'd chosen him. On their 5th wedding anniversary, Fu-Hsing decided he would show his wife just how much he loved and valued her by surprising her with little poems that he'd stuck up all around the house. On the front gate, he posted a message that everybody passing by could see, and it said, "A matchless wit like Fu-Hsing's does with ease a million things." Now, because everyone who lived nearby knew the couple very well, they knew that Fu-Hsing had written the message about his wife and smiled to themselves as they passed by. However, it just so happened that an important lawyer from the city was passing through on this day, and when he saw the message, he thought that Fu-Hsing must be boasting about his own cleverness, and so he decided that he would teach the man a lesson. When he returned to his office, the lawyer sent his clerk back out to Fu-Hsing's village with a letter summoning him, telling him to come to the city. When Fu-Hsing read the letter, he could hardly believe his eyes, and he went straight to his wife to tell her about it. "I can't understand it," he exclaimed. "I'm a good law-abiding citizen. I haven't done anything wrong. Oh, my dear, what can this possibly be about?" His wife took his hand gently. "Try not to worry about it. We don't know there's anything wrong yet. I'm sure there's a good reason for this, or perhaps it's a mistake. Either way, we won't know until you go and find out, and I'm sure we'll be able to clear it up if there is a problem." Well, as usual, his wife's wise words were a comfort to him, and that night Fu-Hsing slept soundly. The next morning he woke up bright and early and headed into the city to meet with the lawyer. When the clerk showed him into the office, the lawyer looked up from his books with beady eyes. "So," he began, "this is the man who posts public messages boasting of his extraordinary cleverness, is it? You think you're so much better than everybody else that you can easily do, what was it?" The lawyer paused to look down at a paper on his desk. "A million things." "Oh no, sir," Fu-Hsing began. "You misunderstand. But the lawyer interrupted him. "Do you deny that you wrote this?" he growled. "No, but," Fu-Hsing protested. "Then," said the lawyer, "I will give you some things to do, and let's see how you get on with them." The lawyer smirked and licked his lips. "A man of your matchless wit should have no trouble at all performing 3 small tasks for me." "A man of your matchless wit should have no trouble at all performing 3 small tasks for me. First," he said, pounding his desk with a fist, "you shall weave a cloth as long as a road. Second," he pounded the desk twice this time, "you shall make as much wine as there is water in the ocean. Third," pound, pound, pound went the fist, "you shall raise a pig as big as a mountain." Then, knitting his bushy eyebrows into a frown, and waggling a finger at Fu-Hsing, the lawyer said, "Of course, if you don't finish these 3 tasks, you'll soon learn how the courts deal with boastful men with big heads." Fu-Hsing hung his head. He knew there was no point in arguing, and besides, the lawyer had already called for his clerk to see him out. Full of worry, poor Fu-Hsing hurried home to his wife and told her what had happened. "What will we do, my dear? My incomparable wisdom. I know you can solve almost any problem, but surely these tasks are impossible even for you." "Give me some time to think about it," she said. "We'll have an answer for him in the morning." The next day, she woke up her husband and laid out 3 objects in front of him: a ruler, a bowl, and a set of scales. "I have a plan," she said. "This man can't ask you to make a cloth the length of a road or a pig the size of a mountain without first telling you how long the road is or how much the mountain weighs. Take these 3 things to him and tell him you need him to give you exact measurements before you can start. He'll never be able to do it, so he can't expect you to finish his tasks either." Fu-Hsing jumped up out of bed and kissed his wife. "You're a genius," he said. "Where would I be without you?" So he set off for the lawyer's office once again, and once again the clerk showed him in. "Having trouble?" the lawyer sneered. "As a matter of fact, I am, sir," Fu-Hsing replied humbly. "But I think I could complete your tasks if only you could give me a little more information." "Is that so?" said the lawyer, raising his eyebrows in surprise. "Yes. First of all, a road may be many different lengths, you see, and so before I can make the cloth, I'd need you to tell me which road you mean and what its exact measurements are. Similarly, before I can raise a pig as heavy as a mountain, I'd need to know exactly how much the mountain you had in mind weighed. Finally, before I can make as much wine as there is water in the ocean, I would first need to know the amount of water in the ocean that you've chosen. Respectfully, I have brought you this ruler, these scales and this bowl to help you measure them. Just as soon as you bring me the measurements, I'll be happy to get to work on the tasks you've set for me." The lawyer paused for a moment. He said finally, bashing the desk with his fist again. "You really are a clever fellow, aren't you?" "Who, sir? Me?" replied Fu-Hsing with a chuckle. "Oh no, you have it all wrong. It was my wife's idea. She always has an answer to any problem. That's why I call her my incomparable wisdom, my matchless wit." And so, of course, the lawyer had to let Fu-Hsing leave, not with a punishment, but with a letter to his wife, praising her cleverness and saying that if he should ever have a problem that he can't solve, he would be sure to know who to ask for help. Hope you enjoyed the story. Thanks for listening.